Banshee means fairy woman. A banshee is known in Ireland as a female spirit who wails outside a home to warn of the imminent death of a family member. Often heard before she is seen, her wailing is so high-pitched that nobody would dare to willingly attempt to witness this terrifying spirit. In Ireland, the banshee does not bring or cause death, but warns loved ones that death is near, which gives the family a chance to prepare. Some believe that she acts as an escort to ensure that their loved ones pass safely to the other side. Stories of the banshee have been passed on through the generations for centuries. Some say that the banshee is the ghost of a young woman who was brutally killed and died so horribly that she now watches families and loved ones, warning them of impending death. According to legend, the banshee can also take on many forms. However, in Ireland, she has been most commonly seen as either a beautiful young woman with long, flowing silver-white, sometimes red, hair, or as an old woman in rags with dirty gray hair, long fingernails, and sharp-pointed, rotten teeth. Both descriptions also give the banshee eyes which are noticeably red from crying so much. Here are some appearances that the banshee is said to take. A woman dressed in black with long gray hair and covering her face with a veil. An old woman with long white hair, red eyes, and dressed in a green dress. A deathly pale woman with long red hair dressed in a white dress, sometimes a shroud. A beautiful woman wearing a shroud. A beautiful woman with silver white hair wearing a long shimmering silver dress, carrying or using a silver comb. Or a headless woman naked from the waist up and carrying a bowl of blood. As you can see, there are a few variations on the description of how the banshee actually looks. However, the fear she instills in people who have had the bad luck of hearing her is always the same. What all witnesses of the banshee agree on is the most terrifying wailing. The banshee is famous for her long melancholy keening, which is an Irish word which is used to describe the lament that women use to do over the body of a deceased person to ward off evil spirits. Originally, it was said that the banshee only keened for the families O'Grady, O'Neill, O'Brien, O'Connor, and Kavanagh. However, there are stories from various other families, and that she particularly favorites those with an O or a Mick in the surname, such as O'Brien or McNeil, for example. Stories have been passed down through generations of Irish families with their personal experiences and meetings with the banshee, and this family was no different. I remember being told as a young child of an uncle who was walking home on a cold and blustery night. He was probably 3 sheets to the wind after partaking of a snifter to keep the cold out. On arriving home, he told my grandmother that he had tried to comfort an old woman he had met along the way. Describing her, he said the old woman was dressed in black with a veil over her face, was crying and wailing outside the house. Every time he went over to her, she moved away, but all the while kept pointing at the house. My grandmother, with all her knowledge of the old Irish legends, knew straight away what this old lady represented, and hurried my uncle to bed, reassuring him that she herself would have a look for the old woman. Needless to say, she didn't dare do such a thing. Then, sure enough, only 3 days after this strange encounter, my grandmother's brother died peacefully in his sleep. As children, we used to plague my uncle to recount the story of the night he tried to invite the banshee in for tea. Hey guys! Do you like our content? Do you want to support the show? Click the link in the description below to visit our donation page. All proceeds go towards new and better equipment and games you want to see us play. Everyone who donates will get a special shout out at the end of future videos, and we're currently working on setting up some special perks for you. If you don't want to donate, that's okay too. You can support us by subscribing and clicking that bell icon so you get notified whenever we put out a new video. A huge thank you to Kyle Sheridan for donating and helping to keep our show going. Thank you so much for checking out today's story. If you'd like to see yesterday's story, click that box on the left. Or if you'd like to see something a little different, click that box on the right to check out our latest Let's Voice Act series. Thanks for watching. Stay creepy, everybody.